Alright, hey guys, so welcome back to the Trading Combine series. I think we're on week 6 now. This week was pretty good. I didn't take too many trades or force too many trades, and I did miss out on some opportunities for some good trades, but it's alright. It's to be expected since it's my first time trading at the start of the year, and I have to adapt to the current conditions. Adapting to the current conditions is something that I'll need to develop, so I'll be working on that. And this week was quite a grind IRL though, so I apologize if the quality isn't as great. But yeah, I'll just get straight into this week's trades. So yeah. Alright, so the overall thoughts today was that I would keep an open mind for my bias. I saw this high time frame sell side liquidity sweep plus the imbalance fills, so that would have been the bullish bias. There was this 15-minute fair value gap where if price respected and continued down, I could consider looking for shorts down to the daily sell side liquidity. And price continued to respect the 15-minute fair value gap, so I was potentially looking for shorts. And there was news, so I was going to wait until it passed before taking a trade. After news, we got some nice selling volume to take us out of the 4-hour fair value gap range. So now I was thinking that we could look at some shorts if there's some nice selling power. This was the potential trade I was looking at. The only reason why I didn't take this trade was because I don't want to rush into a trade. Plus there was this 1-hour fair value gap which price had just tapped into, which made me think that price could stall by moving up, so I decided to keep waiting to see what happened. There was what I thought to be a fake out from the buy side LRLs, and we followed that up with some nice selling power. But I was also thinking that price was accumulating quite a bit and I don't want to sit around and wait, so I decided that I wouldn't trade today. I didn't want to stay up too late and enter another chop fair, so I just ditched, I was thinking that I was being a bit indecisive today and that I should be more confident, and that there wasn't as great of a setup as I would have liked today, at least in my eyes, and I didn't force anything today, so that's one good thing. I did write down some things I wanted to work on, kind of like more of a sophisticated plan for me to follow, which I thought would help streamline my thoughts. But yeah, I couldn't stay up so late since I had work the next morning, so I just called it a night there. Alright, hey guys, so Tuesday price action was actually pretty alright in my eyes, albeit it was a bit choppy, but I did think that price could fill in these imbalances before pushing up to take the previous session high, and expecting price to retrace down to the 4-hour order block before pushing up. That way it will rebalance the imbalances and allow price to continue the uptrend. We started getting some nice selling pressure as market opened, and I also noticed that price was creating LRLs, so that was more confluences to back up the bullish move. Now I was just waiting for some confirmation of my bias, where if it played out, I'd enter like I usually do, and if it didn't, I most likely wouldn't take a trade. Price ended up tapping into the 4-hour order block, so now I was just on the 1 minute looking for potential entries, and I was waiting to see confirmation on at least the 5-minute time frame. Just waiting to see an imbalance get reversed, and also the high time frame order block getting respected into a push up. And for this trade, my biases all got hit where there was a sell side liquidity sweep, there was an imbalance fill on the high time frame with high time frame context backing up the up move, and there was a disrespect of the newly formed low time frame imbalances where price came back down to and tapped into. And since all the requirements were met, I decided to enter this trade without any hesitation, and I left my PCE since it just helps with separating from the trade as well. And I think it worked out pretty well because I was in drawdown for quite a bit this trade, and though it worked out pretty well in the end, it did spin my mental quite a bit. Price ended up coming up and hitting my partial, so I moved my stop loss to break even, kept on running, and price came back down to break even for a total profit of $150. And I will say that I shouldn't have gained this much today since I was using percentages. I thought that I wasn't risking as much as I was, and I should have calculated my risk or just entered with less contracts. I will still take that as a lesson, as I was actually really lucky to have won this trade because I was just risking so much, and it's like a lesson to keep my risk management in check. Today I ended off with a profit of $150, bringing my total P&L to $300. So yeah, doing pretty alright so far, and just learned some more things, so that's always good. Better keep up the good patience too, so I better keep it up all week. But yeah, I've worked tomorrow, so I just catch you guys in Wednesday. Alright, so for Thursday, as soon as market opened, price swept out the London low and we got some strong ass selling pressure, and price looked as if it wanted to sweep out the daily sell side liquidity. I was aiming to keep an open mind today though, so I was remaining unbiased when doing the analysis. To me at that time though, it did seem more likely for a bearish push, since price did sweep out a 1-hour high within the high time frame imbalances, and I was looking for this possibility for a micro movement long up to the high time frame imbalances where price would either disrespect or respect the imbalances and continue wherever it wants to go. Though we did end up getting some really strong buying pressure, tapping into the high time frame imbalances, so that trade was invalidated. I was thinking that if price developed a nice imbalance to fill before moving up, we could see a nice push to fill in this 5-minute fair value gap. This would be in confluence with price filling out the 5-minute BPR and respecting it, so the second newly formed confluence respect expect would be the entry. The price was very volatile and in the end price just continued lower. And I kept waiting and watching, seeing what price would do, but price ended up just chopping, so I was seeing that we entered back into accumulation. This made me decide to not take a trade today, since I know I'm saying this a lot, but I couldn't stay up too late due to work, and I've been given like full day shifts for every day of the week, so sorry guys. But I think I was pretty indecisive today, or at least unconfident, since price was so volatile. I was unsure of what to do since I'm not too used to it. But I'm sure once I get adjusted I'll be doing just fine, perhaps even better, since price action does seem a lot nicer and I just need to adapt to it first. But looking back, I did miss a pretty nice short due to me not getting the retrace I wanted. But yeah, no trade again today, so we'll just continue to Friday. Oh my god, okay, so on Friday, I noted that price was within these high time frame PD arrays, and since price was within these imbalances and had created a high time frame high within the imbalances, that could be like a drawn liquidity for a change in the state. And I was leaning for shorts since price was chopping within this 4-hour inverse fair value gap on the low time frame while simultaneously creating LRLs to the sell side. And when market opened, price ended up coming up and like getting a big dick candle all the way up to the buy side, and taking out LRLs which formed from the slow move from the previous session and the previous session high. And I saw this 5-minute inverse fair value gap which formed from the sudden market open push, which I thought could be an indicator for price to continue lower if it disrespected the imbalance. And I wouldn't take a trade now though, since there was news, but I could use it as like a form of confirmation. I did see this potential trade where I could see price coming up and retracing to go bearish. The price didn't retrace back up to where I had my entry, so I decided to just close the entry and keep waiting for another retrace. And I decided later on, after waiting for markets to develop, that I wouldn't take a trade today. I realized this later on, but I missed my entry. I learned today from my friend and also watching other profitable traders that the imbalance I was eyeing before had already been filled, because price was like chopping and it tapped into the imbalance multiple times, and that meant that the imbalance has been filled. So I could have just offered the confirmation. I could have just placed a market entry or a power play entry. Either way, I could have just entered off that, because that would have been confirmation enough, and that would have allowed price to continue lower for shorts. And yeah, I could have gone for shorts. But yeah, we live and we learn. So that ends off this week's trades. Alright, so this week turned out to be pretty alright, like I said before. I didn't manage to get all the setups, like, as you can see, throughout the week, but I did learn how to, for the future, on how to catch these setups, so that's a good thing. And I'm doing more things outside of trading as well, that's also helping with my progression. Give me a more consistent schedule with things that'll improve my mental, like just working out, journaling, meditating, reading, all that type of stuff, and just doing that helps just improve my mental, which conversely affects my trading for the better. And also just, yeah, making sure to journal every day, know what I'm working on, and just thinking about how to improve when I'm just out and about. And yeah, so just going into 2025 strong. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap for week 6. So thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.